Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Palmisano here. Hope you're having an excellent day. Texas T-Bird on GuitarGate says simply, Grace Bowers is real. He says, young girl can play and will inspire other kids to play. Isn't that what it's all about? Let's hit the button.
Her album is called Wine on Venus. Here with the song Tell Me Why You Do That, Grace Bowers and the Hodgepodge.
But you're so clean.
Love starting with that hit.
That fresh on the set. Got a super cut. You got your line. It ain't Hollywood. You ain't Versace, but you got good. It's on my way. It's on your face.
Nice drop. All right, real quick. Love the 70s funk vibe, like the afros, like the whole deal. The tall boots, riding on the wah-wah. I feel you. E7, E9, if you will, is kind of the name of your game. You see her doing a lot of this, right? Major third, flat 7, 9. You can play the root. You can kind of omit it because, I mean, you got another guitar player, you got bass, you got keys back there, so you can just, right? You can just let it bounce. Goes to the 4. Really, you're just funking in E. That little move there, where something I can't help myself. Just add in that 2, so like 1 E major, little piece of F sharp minor. Really, you're creating a suspension. What's a suspension? That's when you suspend the third. Remember the third is the note that creates chord function. You sus it, you suspend it, meaning you either play the 4th, the note above it, or the 9, okay, which is the note, excuse me, below the 3rd. And in this case, when you do a little piece of F sharp minor, you actually do both. Because this is the 9, or the 2nd degree above E, and this is the 4th above E. So it's like 1, full suspension, where are we? Back home. Love those hits, B7 sharp 9. Lean into the wah. Yes. Yes. Bass and drums, bringing it down. Little Hendrix. Okay, just real quick. As much as you're listening to her, okay, and again, doing that little Hendrix octave thing, listen to the band, right? You got the bass kicking, pushing with the kick drum, and then you got the guitar and the keys laying a little texture, but the guitar in the back keeping that, right? Keeping that kind of subdivision going. Fat groove, fat groove. And it enables the lead player, you know, Grace in this example, to take a lot of liberties because you're not worried about what time it is because everything you play is going to be all right. Hear it? Drop that E. Horns. couple things. We'll go back, give you some broad strokes of what she's doing here. For the solo section, band moves into E mixo. What does that mean? It just means we're E major to its flat 7. So to D, E to D. So when you go to take a lead in here, you just think an E with a D, right? Right? So that's the harmony that changes. Now let's watch what she does with it. And she's got all the stage moves, she's got all the swagger. Love that. Yeah. That's slick. Very slick. Minor third, second, right? Flat 7, major 6th, 5th, 2nd. Again, very, very Hendrixy kind of thing to do, in my mind. Listen to that groove. On the wah. Landing on the root. Flat 7. What did I say? E with a D in it. E to a D. Yeah, that was slick, Grace. That's slick. I don't have the picking pattern down of the legato that she's doing, but here's the key takeaway. 5th, flat 7, root 9, which she's been implying this whole time, flat 3, okay? So you got this sequence, right? You got this minor sequence that adds in the 9, and that's that sound that you're like, ooh, why is that sound interesting? That's why. It's incorporating that in this little cycle that she's doing. Love that bending through the root. Always make sure you get there. Hear those horns? Hot. Right? Little piece of A there. This. She's got a lot of little micro bends in there, so don't let me just, don't just think, oh, that's all she's doing, because that's not all she's doing. She's got a lot of little nuance, but you're feeling this, right? Up to 3, down to 1, up to root, down to 5 in A. That's your little tag.
You know what they do.
Yes, love that ending. What a drummer. Grace, you're lucky to have him. That's a real drummer right there. What a band. Band is great. The vocalist too, like vocalist. All right, couple key takeaways here. I have no idea how old Grace is, okay? But she knew that, and again, Grace, if you sing and I don't know that, I apologize, okay? Because I don't know anything. If you're an up-and-coming bitchin' guitar player, probably should hire the very best, most experienced, band you can find with the groove that you want, with the sound that you want. So if you want this funky blues thing, you nailed it. And if you don't sing, as much as people like going out with instrumental bands, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're the draw. Get you a real singer. And you got a good one. That was spectacular. And I love that there's another guitar player, keys, and horn. It was extremely well arranged, too. Can't stress enough about how, all the focus on this video is probably going to be about her. But when you have a band like that behind you, and you got it all orchestrated out like that, it allows you to be that free. It allows you to not have to play all these big, fat, busy parts that take up all the sound, because you paid them to do their job, and they're crushing it for you, right? I love seeing that. I love seeing that. As far as her playing, she knows her job, knows the groove, right? Has the total stage presence. You're changing different modes. You know where you're adding all the hits in. It's just a very, very captivating performance. And those little slick parts you have in there, super sharp, super sharp. I can tell you favor the 9 in the 6 in a lot of places, adding things a little bit more interesting than just the pentatonic or just shredding in modal scales. And like, that is something that, like, I know I didn't really start appreciating or figuring out until I was like deep in my 20s, because I was lost in blues land. Adding in your 9s and your 6s like that, even in the fast little runs, will give your playing that sound that's just like, ooh, that's interesting. There's something different in there. I don't have to go full jazz. I don't have to dive off the deep end, but just a little, this little, right? This little in there. It just makes it. And the fact that you tag it everywhere, in your in the rhythm parts too, just really shows how well arranged it is. Just fucking great. That's it, my friends. You dig the vibe here? Please hit subscribe. Let me know what you think about this performance in the comments. And if you want to pick what comes next here on YouTube, like Matt Romero, I thought he said Texas T-Bird. Texas T-Bird, you all have handles or whatever. That's reserved for my students. So if you learned something, right, you want to learn more, you want to help drive the bus, figure out where we're going to go next, click the first link in the description and join GuitarGate. It's my life's work. It's how you support the channel. Remember, I don't do paid content. I don't do sponsored videos. It's 100% driven by you, and I would love to see where you want to go next. That's it, my friends. Take care. And if you learned one thing, or if you learned one thing from me today, it's just to keep picking this thing up and keep it in your hands. We're getting a little bit better each and every day, and I hope you stick around to do it with us. Cheers. Oh, hit the microphone. Why wouldn't you hit the microphone?